Well, hello everyone. This is Andrew McKee with Faire Life. So, an interesting time. I I guess right now we're pushing about what the fifth year of 2020. So that's what it feels like, right? And I'm also sporting a new camera. So for those of you that remember the old webcam I was using and tweaking the heck out of to try to see how much quality I could pull out of it. Now we have a new camera, so hopefully you like it. I think it's pretty cool. Let me know what you think, because I'm really curious what you think of the new quality. I'm pretty happy. It still needs a lot of tweaking. This is almost raw settings, so this is like the worst it's going to look, and that's a good feeling because it still looks a lot better than the old webcam. So hello everybody. Hello, Janine and Jan and Kathy and oh, and Alicia's on, of course, and Kristen and Susan, and wow, we got a good crew on. So yeah, new camera, and yeah, it is a. I'm so happy with it. I think it. Yeah, it is a bit warmer. Susan is mentioning that the image is a bit warmer. Um, so yeah. Look, it has that surreal quality, right, Kristen? I think so. Uh, I'm very happy with it. And like I said, this is just the beginning. The picture's only going to get a lot better. I've been looking forward to this for over a month, researching and trying to come up with the best option that I could do. So, and thank you, Kurt, for saying nice picture. I appreciate that. Um, and Laisha says, I mean, it's kind of part of my job to show up now. And she's right. It kind of is. But when you say kind of, that means she could say, I'm going to take the night off. But she didn't. So I'm thanking you, Alicia. Anyway, so thank you. Oh, man. Oh, and she's going to bring up the whole every time I mention the camera drinking game again. Okay. Well, now I'm going to have to try to not mention it. Let's see how long that lasts. Ooh. And thank you, Katsurita. I'm not going to say for what. For what she said. That's all. Yes. For what she said, thank you. That's how we're playing this. Definitely. That's how we're going to do it. So, it has been another crazy week. This is, I think, the 28th Faire Life that we've had, roughly, depending on how you label the early ones. I think it's about number 28. I cannot believe that, in a way. 28 Faire Lives. Wow. I mean, 28 Faire Lives. That's like over 3 cats. I mean, how many lives? That's wow. That is amazing. That is amazing. I'm amazed by that. It's a good feeling, but I kind of feel like, wow. I'm not mentioning it. They keep talking about it in the chat, and I'm not going to mention it. It being a word that describes something that I'm not saying. Okay? Nice try. I'm on to you. So yeah. I'm so not going to make it. I'm going to try, though. But, yeah, 28 Faire Lives. So, that is just nuts. That is nuts. But it's been a great week. Last week, well, let's see. Last week we had our gathering, which, let's go over there to that. And you can see we had Judas and Magnolia and Totally Lost. And a fun show. Totally Lost, a new group. And it's fun to actually kind of, I mean, I don't want to say discover a new group, because we didn't discover them really, but I'll give a lot of that credit to Alicia as far as the online part. But it's still, it feels great to be sharing a new group with people, a lot of people that haven't seen them before. Introducing, I guess, would be a better way to put it. Introducing a new group. Oh man, and you're going to count the references, but without the actual word? Oh, come on. Okay, fine. I'm just going to make fun of you without referencing it. Yeah, they're making fun of me again. Yeah. Oh, I'm avoiding mentioning the thing. Okay. I'm ignoring you. That's it. I'm ignoring you when you. right here, right here. I'm just gonna, yeah, can't see, can't see, and over here too, because there's like YouTube and Facebook going right at me. No, stay away. Not watching. It's not gonna happen. Okay. So anyway, since nobody's talking at all about anything important, oh God, Paul's on. I'm not gonna make it. Oh my God! If anybody can get me to screw up on stage, it's Paul. Yeah. So moving on. Yeah. No, Paul, I don't know what they call it in Italian, but I know the hand motion. I want to. Anyway, it's okay. What do they call it in Italian, Paul? Please share. I am interested to find out. So yeah, let us know on that. Let us know. Oh my gosh. So. Okay, I'm gonna get into this in a little bit and dial down the red tint on the filter, and that'll help take care of some of this. That'll take care of it. Oh, come on, a blush count? Whew. Okay, well, luckily I'm not the paranoid type. So, gathering last week was really awesome. Totally lost, and of course Judas and Magnolia, because I think I said last week I really wanted to show y'all the Escape show, because it is very different than the show that they had on the channel back in May. So yeah, I mean, and that's kind of the thing. There are some groups that do some very different shows. I mean, surprisingly different, and they'll have either a clean show and a body show, or a music show and a non-music show, and all of these things. We can show one, but we kind of want to show the other. I mean, it's a little redundant to show them back to back, but when we can, we try to get them in. And I'm glad we got to do that with Judas and Magnolia. And I'm going to try to do that with some other groups too, because it is nice to see a different side of them. Sometimes it's quite surprising. Sometimes it completely changes your view about the group or about Faire in general, about what your options are and what you should be looking for when you go to Faire and see them. So a regular camera. Oh, that's what Paul was talking. Damn it, he got me to say it. Son of a. Anyway. So. Sneaky. Sneaky. So that was last week's gathering of Faire. It's going to be one of those days. It's going to be one of those days. But next week we're doing something different. We're not having gathering. Exactly. We're doing something else, and we're having the great recipe swap, the Thanksgiving edition. Now, what we're doing is that Lee put this together, and it should be a lot of fun. All you have to do is to go to the link that she's going to provide in a second, I hope, and provide a recipe, or at least have one ready, and that's your price of admission. And we all get into a Zoom meeting and hang out on Thursday night. She's going to make a themed dish. I'm not sure if she's decided on what she's going to do yet. I've tried to push her towards appetizer, but I don't know if she went that way. So we'll see. We'll see. She may say what she went with. I'm hoping she'll say. But we'll get to see some of that. And she is a very good cook, and with a good kitchen and a lot of cool cooking gear. So that should be fun. And we'll get to hang out and talk a little bit about the holidays and food and recipes and all that kind of stuff. And I'm going to be there too. So you will not be the most unskilled cook there, no matter what. That will be me. So you will be safe. It's okay. So please, she put up the event. So please go in there and join in and we should have a good time. I mean, usually we have gatherings on Thursday, but sometimes we do put special events, and this is one of those. It's sort of like, let's try this and see how people respond. And if it goes well, we'll probably have more of these at different times during the year. So do check it out. It should be fun. At the very least, it's an opportunity to hang out. And as much as I love these somewhat one-sided conversations, because I'm not looking at you right now because you guys are sneaky, these one-sided conversations, I think this will be a lot more fun because we'll all get to see each other and talk. And so I think it'll be an interesting experiment just to see how it goes. But I think regardless, it's going to be fun. So, she's doing an appetizer and a side dish. Oh, that, ooh, yeah, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. So she's doing both. And I don't know what she's decided to do yet as far as the actual dish. I know it's going to be at least loosely themed on Renaissance or medieval food, a variation of it or something. So yeah, it should be cool. That should be very interesting. And I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be a lot of fun. So yeah, that's going to be great. Well, if you watched Faire Life last week, you probably noticed that I put a new segment on. And I'm going to try a few new segments. So let's see what you think. So here we go with bardisms. Now, I know what you're thinking. The classic quote is, I don't believe in isms, I just believe in me. But see, there's a loophole. I'm a bard. So a bardism is me. So I can talk about them all I want, and I believe in them. Perfectly okay. And I'm going to give all of you a pass to do the same. I'm that kind of guy. So bardisms are, well, sayings that I came up with over the years. Some of them are 20 years old or something that I came up with more when I was a kid, or things I just came up with last week. I say things all the time. No, it's true. Sometimes I actually say things out loud. Hard to believe, but I do. And even sometimes I write them down. So I wrote some down over the years, and I have a list, and I'm going to share some of them with you. And I hope you like them. I'd love to hear what you think. So, bardisms. The bardism for today is bardism number 8. A show without an audience is practice. But since you should practice, it isn't a bad thing. Now, it's very true. When you have a show and there's nobody there, well, you're just practicing. Enjoy it. I mean, practice can be fun. You don't have to follow your set list. You can do whatever you want. And it's practice, so it's good. You're only helping yourself out as a performer or musician. So why not do it and enjoy it? It's practically a break where you get something out of it. So that's the way to look at it, and I think everyone really should. And practice makes perfect. So once again, bardism number 8. I hope you liked it. Oh, I'm full of bardisms. This is very true. This is very true. So please let me know what you think of the bardisms. I'm actually going to start reading your comments again because I'm not as scared now. That's not an invitation, Paul. Oh yes, that's true. Lee is saying that there is a hidden bardism on our YouTube channel, and there is. But it's tricky to find because you almost have to do it, look at the channel a certain way. Ooh, that was a hint. And Alicia says, well, yeah, he's full of something. I can't imagine what she means. Good cheer, happiness, joy, moxie. I mean, there's so many things I'm full of. I'll let you decide. And Susan's saying that she can't wait to meet us all for real on Thursday, and I totally agree with that. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah. Oh, yes. And Lee is mentioning the podcast that we recorded the other day, and that is very true. it is on our Patreon today. And on the podcast this week, I had both Lee and Alicia. So all three of us, the entire Life's Affair family, all at once. It was a lot of fun. We got to hang out and talk and uh, talk a little bit about what's going on and just yeah. It it's uh it is oh, it was a lot of fun. So definitely join us on Patreon. I mean, first of all, it supports us, which we really appreciate it, and we get to keep doing all of these cool videos and things and work with the Ren Fair community. But you get to all see all the cool stuff early. Now, the audio podcast will be on general release tomorrow, so do check for that, and you'll get to hear it. And yeah, Lee is right. It was the first time she was on the podcast. We've done, she's been on Faire Life and I think at least one other thing. But yeah, that over the time, but she'd never been on the podcast. I did get Alicia on there, but of course she came on the show as a performer too. So a little easier. But yeah, Lee finally joined. Yay! Yeah, yeah. Yes, and Kathy is right that with the bardism, it happens, especially if you have the first show of the day. First show of the day, especially, think on a Sunday morning at 10:30 on the other side of Fair, away from front gate. Yeah, when you do that, there's not anybody coming to your show. Let's just be honest there. Some fairs don't schedule stuff that early. Others do. And you just kind of accept that, yeah, this is going to be a very empty show. So just have fun. Every once in a while, though, you get surprised because somebody like Jan, and you know what I'm talking about, Jan, though. Her and Jim will just walk right on back and catch your first show, and it's a great thrill. And I think they like it because you just say, okay, this is your show. What do you want to hear? So think about that. If you go to Fair, you can go there and say, okay, I'm coming in. Who's at the opposite side of Fair that nobody's going to go see first thing in the morning, and go see them and check them out. And you will get to have maybe a personalized show. It's like going to the movies at a very odd day or time, and you're the only one in the theater. That's happened to me a few times, and it's kind of fun just to have a theater to yourself. So, I don't know. Something to think about. Something to think about. So, bardism number 8. Always fun. Woohoo! So yeah. No, now I should say we do have. Well, I mean, I also want to ask if you saw the Shakespeare reviews from last week. That was a ton of fun. Forbidden Planet. Yes. I don't think I've seen Drew in the comments yet, so he may not be in. I know he's a huge Forbidden Planet fan, but yeah, Forbidden Planet. So much fun to talk about, and just a great bit of sci-fi history. You can look at it from one of two ways. You can look at it as this is just the epitome of old sci-fi camp, but good quality. Not like the Ed Wood type of thing. This is the best of the camp, and it's not. It was a premiere film when it came out, but it's a little dated. I mean, come on, this came out a few years before we ever even sent anything into space. So not quite all of the known stuff. Let's just be honest here. So I hope that you checked it out. It was a lot of fun to do with Will and. Oh, Susan, she missed the watch party. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Definitely check out the review and check out the movie, and it is a great classic. I am such a fan. It is. Yeah, I mean, I could go on, and I'll start doing the entire review over again if I get into this, and I don't think Lee would like that. She kind of laughed at me when I spent like 10 minutes on just talking about the whole, okay, you need to know this, and you need to know that, and this is how this worked, and the theory, and this is my concept of why, and all that. I really geeked out for a while in there. But if you're interested in movies at all, watch the review. I think you'll like it. And watch the movie again. If it's been a while, deserves another one. I actually say in the review, Susan, that The Day the Earth Stood Still is my favorite sci-fi film. Even though I think Forbidden Planet was more influential as a sci-fi film from the 50s, a lot more really. I think The Day the Earth Stood Still, I just always, it meant something to me when I was young. And that's what movies are. There's two ways to look at movies, I think. You can either look at them as how great they are in general, or you can rate them as how great they are to me. I mean, my favorite movie of all time, here's a little trivia, is 1946's The Big Sleep with Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall. Is it the best movie of the 40s? No. Is it the best movie of 1946? No. But, yeah, yeah. It's, I really just like the film. It's one of the best mysteries of the 40s. And it's a really great film noir movie, too. And it has, well, Bogey and Bacall, great chemistry. So, yeah, great film. I love it for so many different reasons. And it just meant something to me. And that's, like, I think, the way to do it. Yeah, she's saying she wants to see the behind the scenes footage while I was going through my soliloquy. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you now. He started off by eating a biscotti, and it just went from there. I thought about adding it in, but it was just so. It would have totally changed the feel of the review, so I didn't. Really, Jan? You'd like to see that? You really would? Uh, yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, I'll see if I can put that together. Yeah, we can do that. Oh, yeah, we also got into the whole subject of remakes. I don't even think Lee knows about this. I don't think I talked to her about it. But we ended up doing a long, an extra, I don't know, 15 to 20 minutes of video. I just edited out that was all about the concept of doing remakes, whether it was right or wrong, or good or bad. And it was just not. It just took away. I mean, it was first of all, it made the episode insanely long, but then it also just didn't quite. It took away from what the goal of the episode was. So I might try to put that together and add that on our Patreon. So we'll see. We will see. But yeah, yeah. I think it was a good fun episode, and we had a lot of fun with it. And we also have the next several episodes already recorded. Ooh. Yep, Dan and I have been busy, so that's cool. And the next one is A Midsummer Night's Dream from 1999. Really, really good stuff. I think, yeah, I mean, it is a very, very interesting movie. Surprisingly interesting. Kevin Kline and Michelle Pfeiffer, and, well, I mean, you can see them here on there. So yeah, yeah, it was a very good film. Definitely worth seeing. So check that out if you'd like to be prepared for Friday's Shakespeare reviews. And I'm gonna go ahead and share the one after that. I don't normally do this, but I'm just gonna tell you as a precursor. The one after that is going to be 2011's Coriolanus, which is not a very common play to be filmed. Not even a very common play to be seen performed of Shakespeare's. And it was done by Ray Fiennes. And it did, it's actually really well done. So that's the next one, something to check out. After that, it's going to get a little silly. We're going to do some different ones that I'm sure, one, I'm sure you've probably seen, and another one I'm pretty sure you haven't. And then we're looking at doing an interesting Shakespeare Reviews Christmas episode. So something to keep an eye out for too. So yeah, I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to it. I think it will be a good thing, a very good thing. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and jump on another segment because, yeah, I'm trying new stuff, and new stuff is always good, right? So here we go. I'm going to do a new segment. And this is the weekly Renaissance word. So yeah, the weekly Renaissance word. I'm going to, I mean, I may not have it every week or anything, but I'll put it in regularly. And just a word that you is kind of cool, but you probably are not familiar with. So I think, yeah, I think it's going to be a good time. So let's see. The weekly Renaissance word. It is, well, I'm just going to show it to you because I think this is a fun word. It is belly timber. That's right, belly timber. Now, belly timber is a 17th century word, and it literally means, well, actually, I'm going to ask you, does anybody have an idea of what it means? No cheating, no looking it up. This is, yeah, no cheating now. I'm going to give you a shot if you know. But belly timber, the meaning comes from the literal mixing of belly and timber. So it takes those two meanings, puts them together, and creates this new meaning. So that's the clue. So belly timber. No ideas? I try. I figured there would be some, belch is a suggestion. I like that. That is a very, that makes a lot of sense, Kurt. I think belch does make a lot of sense. Okay, the core of a tree or a cut of meat. Okay. I can see where you got both of those, Kristen. The core of a tree or a cut of meat. You're actually pretty close, but no, it's not yet. I'm going to give them some chances here. Come on, we've got to give them some chances. No, don't say it yet, Lee, because this is important. And Janine is saying something nautical. No, it's not something nautical. I'll tell you that. And Lee did have an unfair advantage because she did know what the word was beforehand. When your belly gurgles. You know, Kristen is really on the right track. It's frightening. You know, you're close, Kristen. You're in the realm, but no. I like the way your brain is thinking, though. And yes, we're kind of playing Balderdash, Janine. I think that's kind of what this is going to turn into. I hadn't really planned on that, but that's why I'm throwing these out to just see what happens. And Kristen says, a really stiff belly dance that is not remotely sexy. I'm going to steal that, and that's going to be the secondary meaning of this word from now on. And yeah, I think that's going to, yeah, it's going to be a secondary meaning officially. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and tell you the meaning of belly timber is food. That's it, food. The concept is with timber, you build something up. It's used to enlarge. Timber makes a structure, a bigger. So with your belly and timber makes your belly bigger. What makes your belly bigger? Food. So that's where it comes from and what it means. It means food. So yeah. So boy, let's go to the Ren Fair. I could use some good belly timber. Oh, it's after 1 o'clock. Time for some belly timber. You know, that booth over there, I've heard they have some really primo belly timber. So yes. So now you know a new word that you feel free to throw out at Ren Fairs. And most people will not know what you're talking about, but why not? I know, Nancy says it seems almost anticlimactic after some of those guesses. And I get that, because food, it's so generic and basic. But yeah, I mean, Kristen and her whole gastroenterological, I mean, just, yeah, problems with the stomach and everything. I was like, you're not exactly, you're kind of there. Yeah, yes. And Lee, yeah, that's fair. That is very fair. I like it. I like it. Belly tender, yeah, I see. That's, yeah. Sometimes when I eat too much, I have a little belly tender here. So yes, there's that. Or yeah. There's this wonderful new app for communicating with other people. It's called Belly Timber. Belly Tinder. No, no, probably not. Swipe left. Boy, Chris, I saw that after I said that. So yeah, that's exactly on the same page there. I like it. I like it. So, what do you think? Do you like the weekly Renaissance word as a new addition to Faire Life? Is it something you'd like to see again and play some more balderdash, as has been said? And people, yeah, Lee's already starting to think about how she's going to use the word. Oh, and the words are just flowing out and dripping like honey from the tongue upon the chat messages in front of thee. Okay. And everybody seems interested in the weekly Renaissance word, so it is locked in. So we have it. Yes. Woohoo! Excellent. Always good to have some new ones. And don't worry, I have actually several more in the works. It's not just going to be repeating those every week. Trust me. So yes. This is just a start. It's going to be even crazier in the future. So I'm glad you're liking this. This is a lot of fun. I think this is going to be a good place where the show goes. Yes. We're going to have a lot of fun with this and keep exploring new ways to have fun with it after we've already had fun with it. And that's the best part about these things, because you can always adapt and make changes. You know, little curveballs that make you go, wait, what? We're doing what? Because that's always fun. Gotta have fun with it. Oh, yeah. So, yeah. So, I want to ask everybody, how are things going this week for you? Because, I mean, let's just be honest. The last few weeks, a little stressful. Just a little. Definitely a little stressful. So, are you, everybody feeling a lot better this week? Things easing up and being easier to deal with? Relaxing? Enjoying things? Wow, thank you, Vera. Yeah, these are real. And the beautiful thing is that nope. This is my real eye color. So there you go. But thank you. So yeah, I'm still asking how your week was, because if things are going other. Oh, what nationality am I? I'm an American, which means a little bit of everything. Totally. But with the name of Andrew McKee, it's kind of a bit of a giveaway. So. And the thing to remember is that this is pretty raw. So there aren't any effects on my eyes or anything, so. And okay, Kristen says that she had a very industrious week and got a lot done. Oh, and Jan, yeah, not going up for Christmas. I understand. So yeah, it's been, this has kind of been that week with all of the COVID numbers rising and everything. You kind of get used to, you're kind of thinking, well, shouldn't travel for a while, gotta reel it in and go back to hermit mode a little bit. But yeah, oh, wow, and Janine got a 96% on last week's math exam, so she's happy about that. Well done. that is always a good feeling because let's be honest, math is not always easy. And Alicia is mind is in the gutter. But considering some of her stories, not that much of a surprise. Um, yeah, and a lot of us, I think that is one thing. I think a lot of us won't be going home for Christmas or New Year's or Thanksgiving or that kind of thing. And you do what you can and you try, but yeah, and that's a shame. Uh, but let's be honest. 2020, it's just been that year. So just try to get past this year, and hopefully next year should be a lot better. And Nancy is on vacation. Nice. Yeah, but unfortunate that it's closed to the public. But still, a vacation can be a good thing, and a good way to de-stress. And yeah, Kristen just got on cast at Sherwood, so she's hunkering down and making sure she doesn't get sick. I do not blame you, Kristen. That is a very good thing. Yeah, yeah, Sabrina. Also, the difficult conversations with family. But at least you had a productive week, and that is good. I can totally relate to that. I don't know if you can tell by the graphics and the way everything's looking that it's, yeah, and the new segments. Yeah, I've certainly had a pretty productive week too. It's been very good getting a lot of this done. Hmm. Yes, yes, and some of you, like Alicia and Lee, have birthdays coming up. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. So something to think about. Always good. Well, uh, I think oh, and good for you, Vera, for yeah, for adopting a family for Thanksgiving and getting them a turkey inside. So good for you. Good for you. Always. Yeah, that is very, very good. But yeah, let's see. I am not going to cause Kristen any more stress because the last Fair Life, I got a serious tongue lashing. Oh yes, yes, she was like, "Where are 7 reasons? What did you do? What did you do? I need my 7 reasons." And I tried one other segment just to switch them out, and she really liked 7 reasons and really liked the stability. And honestly, a lot of these segments, adding more and really expanding it, I'm going to give Kristen a lot of the credit for feeling, or at least the non-literal kicking my ass on the during the stream chat. So yeah, definitely said, okay, yeah, we can do better. So that's where all this came from. So what I'm going to do is we're going to jump over to 7 reasons. That's right. Just for Kristen, because that's she wanted it, and so now I think I know she's saying how dare I deprive her, and yes it's up there, see I brought him, so we're good, right? It's okay. So yeah, maybe everything's gonna be okay. So anyway, 7 reasons. I tried to come up with a good 7 reasons this time. Of course, I always try to come up with a good 7 reasons, but I definitely tried to come up with something a little different. And what I came up with is 7 reasons you should be dressing up at fair. So yes. I mean, there have been I think there's a 7 reasons that was somewhat similar, but this is definitely different. So yes, 7 reasons you should be dressing up at fair. So here we go. Number 7. More flirting. That's right. Because when you dress up, you open yourself up to more flirting. And let's be honest, there are a lot of us who go to fair to flirt because it's fun. And I call it fair flirting. It's not real flirting. It's not flirting with intent. It's going to fair just to have fun flirting. And it's a great, easy, open, non-judgmental place to have fun and do that. So yeah, and if you dress up, people think that you are more open to that. So yeah, more flirting, always a good thing, always a good thing. So yes, yes, more flirting. Number 6, people think you work there. Now, I remember the first time that when I was dressed up and somebody came up and asked me questions about the fair, and we're just like, okay, where do I go and where's the nearest bathroom? Or I'm looking for a place where I can get a turkey leg or something like that. And it was just, I'm just kind of like, and this was before I worked there. This was when I was just dressing up and going to TRF or something for fun, not not working there yet. And I know some of you have experienced that, and yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, that is a fun time when that first happens. Then when you do work there, it gets to be like, well, I guess this is part of my job. I'm a question and answer booth right now. So yes, the doctor is in. So do it. So yeah, not bad at all. So number 5, here we go. You will look good if you take a little time and do it right. I mean, yeah, there is garb that you probably shouldn't wear, but but that's true for everyone. So you will probably look good if you work at it and find garb that matches what you have. I mean, like for me, I'd probably pick a color that goes with my eyes, and you approach it that way. Go with colors that complement you and do that. And if you spend a little time on it and work on it, you will really. It's like wearing for guys wearing a tuxedo or something. It just really cleans you up. So yes, take the time, do it. You're gonna look awesome. So yeah, something to do. Something to do. Number 4, pouches are awesome. I cannot express this enough. Because once you have garb and you have pouches, you realize, why can't I use pouches all the time? I'm just going to be honest. The fanny pack ruined it for all of us out in the real world. They really did. Evil. Evil. Because pouches make so many things so much easier. So for guys, it's like having the ability to have almost have like a woman's purse that you can store stuff in. It's a very novel concept to guys. And for women, it's just it's something you don't have to carry around the same way. You have a lot of storage space, and it's a lot easier to use. You just yeah, pouches are amazingly awesome. So wear garb, and you get to do it. It's like having your own utility belt. Oh yeah, it's wonderful. And the beautiful thing is, and Kathy's right. The more pouches, the better. And it is, when you wear garb, you have more pouches. It doesn't hurt the outfit. It only enhances. It's a win to have more pouches. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So always good. Well, yeah. And Vera's mentioning kilts, which is true. Kilts, I mean, you're supposed to wear a pouch with a kilt. It's called a sporran. I mean, it comes with one by default. Then you can add other pouches on the side. It's a win. So yes. Always good. So yes, pouches. Remember, spread the word. Okay, number 3. It is easier and cheaper than ever. Right now, it is easier and cheaper to garb up than ever before. I mean, even think 5 years ago or 10 years ago, 20 years ago. Oh my gosh, it would have been very difficult to find garb easily. I mean, you usually had to get somebody to make it for you or make it yourself. So it is just amazingly easy to get garb now. And for not much, really. You can get some simple peasant garb for just a little money. So why not? It's really easy. And Lee's saying that she admits that kilts are responsible for some bad decisions she's made. The funny thing, me wearing a kilt has been I've been responsible for, some bad decisions I've made. Anyway, yes, always true. So down to number 2. Number 2. Garb is the gateway to fair employment. That's right. Once you start wearing garb, if you do it right and you have fun playing with patrons and um, hanging out and being entertaining just to have fun during the day, next thing you know, you're gonna pull a Kristen. That's right. You're going to think, oh, I've got a like a, uh, I've I get to do this. I could do this and not have to buy a ticket to come in. I mean, yeah, I can be on cast. So yeah, it's the gateway. It is the gateway to do it. So definitely, definitely. Something to think about. Garb is the gateway to working at Faire. Totally. So the number one reason why you should be dressing up at Faire. You can be anyone. Garb allows you to be a king, be a peasant, be a knight, um, be a queen, be a princess, be whoever you imagined or dreamed of being. You can be worshipped, or you can be a badass, or both. I mean, it's whatever, and you can sell it and play the part, and everyone will treat you that way. It is a wonderful thing. Yeah, yeah. It is a really, really, really good thing. So if you have an imagination at all, and if you like Faire, you probably do, then this is what you should do. You should garb up. Do it. It makes all the difference. So, okay, that is my 7 reasons. I hope you liked it. And the comments are full of people with how to garb up for not too much money, which is always a good thing. And yeah, and it's true. You can go to Goodwill and get some cool stuff and make it yourself. But even if you pay somebody else to do it or order it online or whatever, there's so many options. So it's almost like you really have no excuse at this point. I mean, 20 years ago, sure, it could be tough. I mean, that was before utility-kilts even came out. But now, I mean, come on. It's really not a hard thing. So, yeah. Okay, Kristen liked it, so yay! Okay. Whew. That was close. Wasn't going to go through that again. Alrighty. So yes, that was 7 reasons for the night. Another one. And yeah. Excellent. Okay. And we're back. So yeah, it's been an interesting week, and we've got a lot more stuff done and a lot of cool stuff to look forward to. We've got, let's see. Oh, we've got this. Okay, we've got this. I don't know how much I can say about this. This is brand new. We've got an event coming up that we're doing with. Well, I don't know. Lee, what can I say about this? I'm actually not even sure. Yeah, this is like. Well, I mean, we've got an event coming up that's going to be a special Christmas event. And yeah, just Lee might mention a couple of things in the comments, so that's going to be exciting. We're working with a known organization with it, and that should be a lot of fun. And she doesn't know what I'm talking about, so she doesn't want me to say too much. You see, that's the thing. I'm like, see, I could say what I'm talking about, but then I would have already said it. So, yeah, that's a tough one. So we have that, and and I'm going to be doing a show on New Year's Eve with a bunch of other performers. We're going to do a sort of Will Shakespeare is putting together a kind of a New Year's Eve show celebration thing. It's going to be a paid show, but the money goes to the performers, so always a good thing. So keep an eye out for that. That should be uh, announced here pretty soon. And yeah, I'm going to be, all the performers are going to keep switching out and doing it through the night, for several hours. So it's going to be a nice, cool, long show through New Year's. Um, oh, okay, she is talking about it. So, okay. Okay, so we can mention the name. That's okay. RCEAF. That's okay. Um, yeah, a great charitable organization. But that's all we can say. Okay, I didn't even know if we could mention the organization. I was like, I don't know, I don't know. But yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and just the little that I know for sure so far, it's really exciting. So no, the Insane Clown Posse, Kristen, is going to be the organization we work with next year. So we'll work on that. Don't worry, don't worry. Yes, yes. Insane Clown Posse Ren Fair Edition. It's gonna be awesome. So just keep an eye out for that. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. And yeah, patrons will hear more about it on the on our Patreon a bit here soon. We're gonna put a lot more information about that, but it's still being worked out. That there's a lot of stuff to iron out. I think over the next several days we're gonna really uh, get a lot of it figured out. But it's looking awesome. It's really looking awesome. And that's always the fun, coming up with these cool things and getting it. I mean, Lee kind of helped. Lee set this up, so this is totally hers. But I'm happy to be on board with this because it is just great. Oh yeah, a lot of people don't know what the organization is. RCEAF, Renaissance Catastrophic Emergency Assistance Fund. Yeah. So yeah. The old gathering of ye juggalos. That's great. Yeah, I need to start writing down some of these because these are great ideas. We need to explore this, Lee. Definitely, we need to work on some of this. This would be great. This would be great. Yeah, yeah. Oh man, oh man. Wow. But so anyway, it has been um, it's been really cool. It's going to be a lot of fun. It got a lot of cool things coming up over the next month and a half. It is really, whew. But the interesting thing, we have all this stuff coming up, but I'm not really stressed about it. I mean, earlier in the year, I was stressed a lot, but it was, yeah. I mean, I think we've really starting to get a handle on this, and now it's just fun. I mean, there's not much stress about what do we do here and what do we do here and how do we make this happen. It's more like, oh God, yeah, we get to do this and we can do that. And oh gosh, so many ways we could make that happen. And the difference is just so wonderful. It's a lot more fun now than it used to be. I mean, it was fun before. It was very rewarding helping other performers and musicians and vendors and everything from Faire. But now it's just now we get to just do crazy cool stuff and have a great time doing it. It's the helping people is. I mean, I almost feel like I'm having too much fun to really look at it as me helping other people. Although it's good that I like that we are. Uh, yeah. It's more from stress to excitement, as Lee puts it, and I think that's very accurate. Uh, yeah, and she's right. Um, she writes down those suggestions, and that's one of the reasons we're having the recipe swap. Those suggestions that people have, and it's also now we're comfortable enough to say, yeah, let's do a recipe swap. We can do that, no problem. Where before, I don't know. So yeah, always good, always good. So I hope you liked Faire Life tonight. It was a lot of fun getting to hang out as always. And uh, okay, I'll throw you a bone, guys. I hope you liked the new camera, because I certainly did. Yeah, if you haven't seen the old one, I mean, the difference is just crazy, crazy. Um, yeah, it's just well, here, I think we can do this. Let's see. Here's the old. Yeah, yeah. There's the old one. The webcam. I mean, the lighting is a little off because I changed the lighting a hair, so it doesn't quite look as good as it did, but it at least shows you what the quality. I mean, the color temperature is off on this right now. It's way too blue than it was. Um, but yeah, now this is what it looked like before, and now this is what it looks like now. So yeah, yeah. I'll still fix the colors here, and I'm gonna get some new lights and fix some stuff. So this is an upgrade in progress, but as you can tell, really happy with what I have so far. So yeah, yeah. Just a little camera one, camera two, camera one, camera two kind of thing. So, oh, you don't like it? Because we can keep doing this, camera one, camera two, camera one, camera two, camera one, camera two, camera one. Too much? Too much? So yeah, I mean, it's only gonna. If you remember what my webcam was when we first started Fair Life back in the day, and it was how much it's gotten better, same thing is going to be here. It's only going to the picture and everything is only going to get better with time. I'm going to be tweaking it weekly for for a while, and I'm also going to learn the camera because um, the beautiful thing about this is that this is a DSLR camera. If you're curious, it's I got a Panasonic Lumix G7, and I'll talk more about that at another time. But it is it's good at taking video, and I can take it out to fair and get videos of other performers and myself, and I'm going to use this for my show on New Year's Eve. So it's going to be the best quality recorded show I've ever had. So yay! Wow, wow! And Kristen totally got my Wayne's World reference. Wow, that is impressive. Yes, with the camera one, camera two, camera one, camera two. Yes, that was from Wayne's World. Oh, very, very nice. Very nice. I throw things like that out all the time, and 98% of the time, nobody gets it. Um, like, for instance, I bet you didn't know that when I made the bardism joke earlier and talked about you don't believe in isms, I only believe in me. Um, that's that was a reference from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. So, yeah, I just throw those out all the time, and occasionally somebody gets them. It's just a little game I play. It's fun for me. So now you know. So anyway, thanks again. It has been a fun episode and a fun time, and it's going to be a fun week because I think the recipe swap on Thursday is going to be great. If you haven't already joined it, Lee put up the link earlier. Click on that and yeah, join us. It should be a great opportunity just to hang out, if nothing else. Yeah. And oh, do remember that we're not going to be doing anything the following Thursday for gathering or anything on Thursday because, well, it's Thanksgiving, and that's just weird. We're not the kind of groups that say, no, no, it's a holiday. You need to watch us. Because, I mean, come on. I mean, you should do you should do other things for that. We're not going to take away from family for those of you that can see them or that. But yeah, we will be back the following week, so don't worry. Should be fun. So, again, wonderful. And yeah, oh gosh, we just hit the hour mark, so amazing. This has been a long one, but they usually are. You lose track of time. It's always fun. So party on, everyone. And yeah, I will check in with you next week. Same fair time, same fair channel. So goodbye, everyone, and have a wondrous evening and a wondrous week.